Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now April 11th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly how the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, is going to handle everything related to the Star Wars franchise. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, as of right now, we do know that Disney is very much hard at work on properly developing this new expanded universe. In case you guys are out of the loop, this new expanded universe is actually planned to be far larger than the old one that we got back in the 90s and the early 2000s, which really was a library's worth of Star Wars books, comics, novels, video games, and so on and so forth. But they also want to throw in TV shows, animated TV series, movies into the mix alongside with that material. The thing about all of this new EU, is that George Lucas, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau are all going to be involved in making key creative choices for this new expanded universe alongside the other creatives over at Lucasfilm in order to really give us authentic stories that's really going to feel very much like how Star Wars should feel like. So, with that being said, what's really intriguing is that, of course, Disney Plus is their main focus right now. This is the platform that they aim to throw on a library's worth of Star Wars projects. You know, we're talking about live-action TV series, animated TV shows, and there's even been discussions and conversations about even possibly throwing movies onto Disney Plus that are going to be in animated form as well. Now, on top of all this, what's really intriguing all has to do with the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, where now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with the Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. It's noted that currently the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, has been making hard work on developing a brand new future for the Star Wars franchise, and that there is over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects in the early development phase for Disney Plus as of right now, and for theatrical releases. Now, it's noted that one of the major projects that Lucasfilm is developing is the Rise of Skywalker sequel series for Disney Plus that is planned to be in animated form and to be released sometime in 2023. It's explained that one of the big plans for the TV series is to introduce Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost to play a large role with helping Rey to learn through the ways of the Jedi and the Force on a deeper level, and that actor Hayden Christensen is set to return as Anakin's voice for this project. Not just that, but also the sequel series is set to mainly take place on many iconic worlds, such as Tatooine, Coruscant, Mustafar, and even Kashyyyk. The story is set to also make Finn one of Rey's Jedi students, and Finn will learn through the ways of the Force and become a Jedi in the new Star Wars series. Now, it's noted that this series in particular will introduce over a dozen Jedi students that will be guided by Rey and the Force Ghosts of the past, and that Ben Solo will play a key role in completing Rey's journey to becoming the proper Jedi Master that she needs to be in order to run the new Order of the Jedi that is actually set to go under a brand new name for this particular series. Now, the series is set to also include more appearances of Leia's Force Ghost in the show, and that Lucasfilm is going to actually look for somebody to voice the character of Leia's Force Ghost voice sometime in 2022 when they begin production on the show. The Rise of Skywalker sequel series is described to have graphics that will be similar to video game cutscenes, such as Battlefront and the Old Republic, and that it will have a far less cartoony look and design to it all, since facial scans will be given from the actors and actresses to make them appear lifelike. So, like I've said before in the past, they really are ambitious. Disney and Lucasfilm, very ambitious at this point to really do something to this magnitude, right? To really give us a different era of Star Wars post Episode 9 that'll show us exactly what Rey's life is like, what Finn's life is like. I think that this is the treatment that Finn should have gotten in the movies. I've always said this before in the past, that John Boyega as an actor and the character of Finn was shortchanged in the sequel trilogy. I mean, there's no denying it. I mean, this character could have been so much more. You know, in the marketing of The Force Awakens, they really made it as if Finn was going to be the Jedi, or at least a Jedi in the series, and that was kind of like a little bit of a mask to give us a big surprise that it was really Rey in the background. So I just wish that they kind of explored this a little bit more in The Rise of Skywalker, and you could see that they were hinting at that because he was Force sensitive. He kept on saying that he has a feeling and all these different things, right? So, obviously that's going to be explored in this new series. That's one good aspect of it all. Not just that, but the Force ghosts like Anakin and Leia are going to play key roles in this series, where Hayden Christensen is going to play a large role, and they're going to have to recast the role of Leia, just by the voice though, not the actual design of the character, obviously. They need somebody to replace Carrie Fisher, since Carrie Fisher is no longer with us, and they need somebody to actually provide dialogue for the character of Leia's Force ghost. So that's going to be another interesting aspect, you know? The fact that this is mainly going to take place on worlds like Coruscant, Tatooine, Mustafar, etc., you can see how it's going to be more so, I guess you could say, connected to the original trilogy and even the prequels somewhat. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.